Hi, welcome to Nila's Kalvichole. Today we are going to see about active voice and passive voice. Okay, are you ready? This is the ninth video of Nila's Kalvichole. Okay, what is voice? Voice is a form of verb in English language. There are two types of voices. One is active voice and another is passive voice. Active voice. How can we identify it is an active voice? If a subject performs the action, we call it as active voice. Passive voice. If the subject is the receiver of the action, then we call it as passive voice. Only that there are certain rules to change the active voice into passive voice. Shall we see that? Only the transitive verbs can be changed into passive form. If the sentence has transitive verbs, it only can be changed into passive form. Second rule, the subject of the active voice is changed into object in the passive form, and the object of the passive voice. In passive voice, the object is changed into subject. Second rule, we should use the by phrase, and according to the number of the subject we should use singular or plural verb. See, if the subject is singular, see a story, we use is a singular form of verb. If the subject is plural, for present form we are using are. If the subject is plural, in the past tense, we use were. So, according to the number of subjects and tense, we have to change the verbs. And also, there should be no change in the tense while changing the active voice into passive voice. See, after changing it, past participle should be used, and we use by phrase in passive form. See, then while changing the active voice into passive voice, we have to change of pronoun. See, he is changed into him in the active voice. She is changed into her. They is changed into them. We is changed into us. I is changed into me. Okay. Now we are going to see, according to the tense form, how we are changing the active voice into passive voice. There should be a sentence structure. See, while changing the active voice into passive voice, we should, if the verb is singular, if the subject is singular, we must use in present form is. If the subject is plural, we should use the verb are and the past participle of the verb. For example, Kiran reads a story. Here, Kiran performs the action, so it is in active voice. See, I told already, the subject of the passive voice is active voice is changed into object, and the object of the active voice is changed into subject in the passive form. In the same way, the object, a story, it becomes the subject of the passive voice. A story, this subject is singular, so we are using, and in present tense, so we are using yes. So, a story is. See, what is the past participle of read? Read, read, read. Then we have to use the by phrase. And who read the story? By Kiran. So the subject is turned into object. In that same way, in the past tense, for singular verb we have to use singular subject we have to use was, and plural subject we have to use were. So, for an example, in active voice, our HM gave a speech. While changing this sentence, the speech is an object. It changes into a subject. A speech. It is in past tense. So, a speech and in singular form. So, a speech was. What is the past participle of give? Give, given. By using by phrase. And we are using our by phrase and we are using the subject as object, our HM. A speech was given by our HM. Our HM gave a speech afterwards. To change a speech, it is in present tense or past tense? It is in past tense. So we are using the singular form of past form of verb. A speech was given by our HM. Next, future tense. Future tense. Uma will write a letter. The sentence structure, we have to use it. Will plus be plus past participle. So, Uma will write a letter. Here the object will be changed into a subject. A letter will be. What is the past participle of write? Write, wrote, written. So, Uma will be. So, Uma will write a letter in this sentence. And we have to change it to passive voice. A letter will be written by Uma. Then, present continuous forms. What is the sentence structure to convert the present continuous tense means? For singular form, am, and is, then plural form, are. As it is in continuous, we have to use being plus past participle. For example, he is reading stories. So, stories are, because there is ing, continuous form in reading. So, he is reading stories. Stories are being read by him. Already I told, if the pronoun is he, it should be changed into him. So, we have changed as stories are being read by him. Present continuous tense. We have to use the continuous form. If the verb will have ing, so we have to use being. He is reading stories. Stories are being read by him. Past continuous tense. If there is plural of subject, we must use were. If there is singular subject, we have to use was. The verb will be ending with ing, that is continuous. So, we are using being with past participle. See here, for an example, Hama was eating apples. Apples were being eaten by Hama. See, here it is was. Here it is were. What is the reason? Here the subject is singular, but here the subject is plural. So, for singular subject of past tense, we are using was, and for plural subject of past tense, we are using were. So, Hema was eating apples. How you will change it as a passive form? Apples were being eaten by Hema. Present perfect tense. See, while changing the active voice into passive voice, if the subject is singular, we have to use has been plus past participle. If the subject is plural, we have to use have been plus past participle. See for an example, she has bought a pen. She is a singular subject, so we are using has. Here, a pen is also a singular subject, so we are using a pen has been bought by her. I already told that if the pronoun instead of the pronoun she, we have to use her. She means we have to use the pronoun her. In that same way, past perfect tense. What we must do while changing the active voice into passive voice means had been plus past participle. For example, they had built a house. A house had been built by them. See, in passive voice, if it is plural or singular, we have to use only had. There is no change in the tense form. And past tense, in past perfect tense, also we are using active voice had. In that same way, in passive voice also we have to use had been. Future perfect tense. Future perfect tense. While changing the active voice into passive voice, we have to use will have been plus past participle. For example, in future perfect tense, while changing the active voice into passive voice, we have to use will have been plus past participle. For an example, Suga will have written a letter. While changing this active voice, we have to use the passive voice, and with the addition of have been, a letter will have been written by Suga. Why do we write written here? Because the past participles form we are using in the same way. Only we have to use been. A letter will have been written by Suga. Are you clear about this? Okay, in next sentence, in next video, we can see how to change the active voice to passive voice for imperative sentence and for other types of sentences, and the sentences with no objects, and also for interrogative sentence. Thank you.